What is going on, everybody? How you doing? It's great to be back. Welcome to a Friday night of the Infinity Equation. How you doing? It's great to see all your lovely faces. Feels good to be back after a little bit of break. I can't see you, Tim. Where you at? Are you on the screen?
Don't get me in trouble that NCAA female basketball player has adopted John Cena's technique. So gotta watch.
They were just crying about that. That's all it was. It's just crying. It's always crying.
In basketball, still crying in basketball.
Exactly. There's no crying in baseball.
Classic.
But folks, it's Friday night, and we're so delighted that you're here with us. And once again, I can't do a show without my good friend Tim. How you doing, Tim?
Dante, what goes on YouTube? We're back. It's a Friday night. We're going to talk toys. We're going to talk news with great guests tonight. I'm freaking pumped. It was a nice break, but Dante, I miss talking to you, sir, on a weekly basis. I miss talking to our great viewers. Let's get this thing cracking and have a great night.
Yes, indeed. Remember, acknowledge your tribal chief. Everyone, just remember to acknowledge your tribal chief. Day one. But it's great to be back. Thank you all for who joined us tonight. I know it was a long break, but it was good. It was a good break. It's good. As Tim said, I missed each and every one of y'all. I missed Tim, talking to Tim. I missed Skinny. I miss all y'all. So you all have been super awesome. Couple of things before we get into everything. A little bit of format has changed for the flow of the show, so you'll see that tonight. And also, please go and back High School Creations Wall XD. This man is giving out, like, each wall that you back, he's giving out corners and end pieces. He's giving it to you for free.
Corners, people. Freaking corners.
So please go support him. He is doing an awesome job. He hit his mark in 3 days. So please go and back him. It's going to be great for action figure photography. It's going to be great for your details if you have those. Great for backgrounds. If you just need something in the background for your figures, it's amazing. Definitely, please go back him, support him. What he's doing out there, it's something different. It's something very awesome and very well done. Before we go any further, let's see who's in the comments here. We got Dom Machicharo said, Par just literally went out. Might have to catch the replay. I'm sorry, Dom. Catch you on the replay, sir. Bart says, stop goofing around. Hit the play button. It's always good to see you, Bart. Johnny Coke says, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back from your break stream/stream tour. Yeah, I feel like I was on a media tour.
Dante really was like one. Everywhere. They didn't go by where I didn't see an alert pop up. And I was like, I got to go talk to Dante a little bit and chat.
Yeah.
All kidding aside, sir. I mean, it was great to see you on a lot of different platforms, a lot of different channels. As we said, man, you're a very important member of this community. So it's cool getting to see you interact with some of these other podcasts that have similar interests and similar likes in the toy world. So very cool.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. It was great being on everybody's show. I was with Toy Father and No Chewing on their show. I was on Geek Life Dad. Man, I'm trying to remember everybody was on. Unboxing Art. Lord have mercy. I've been on with RG opening some Marvel cards, which we'll talk about tonight as well. I know I'm forgetting something.
I know Toy Anxiety had some nice things to say as well. Had one of their podcasts, and they had brought you up and talked about you.
Oh, sorry, I did not know.
Yeah.
Trying to think who else was on with. Lord,
it was like 3POA. You popped over with Ryan the one week.
Yes.
If I could say so, everybody, I was actually at ZoloCon that night watching from my hotel room with the GF, and it was a great history lesson on the Infinity Equation podcast. It was very cool hearing how Dante started the channel, how he had obviously his different co-hosts over the years, and it was a fun watch. But that was another one I know you were on as well.
Yes. I'm trying to think. Sorry, I've been like everywhere, and I can't remember where I've been. Feels like I've been everywhere. I do apologize. I've been everywhere, and I can't remember where I've been. Like it all seems like you went by in a flash. Like my memory is bad anymore as well too.
And now you're home. Here we are.
Yeah, I'm back home. We got Ted Darklaw says, let's go. Jeremy J says, let's go. Happy Accent says, yo, yo, yo. ML Series says, what's up? What's going on, ML? Pokey87 says, happy Friday, Goon Squad. Stand up. We got Bart. I said, almost forgot what this show is like. It's been so long. Laughing out loud. Okay. Stratton says, hello, everyone. What's going on, Stratton? Robert Diaz said, let's talk about some AO. Oh, my goodness. Already, Rob.
He's got to make up for the weeks we weren't on.
Yeah, that's true. Bart says, Tim, you miss me?
Of course.
Mobile Recluse says, glad that you guys are back. Thank you. Greg says, "God, you start while Dan's doing his duck races to end his duck race season."
Who was the winner? Anybody watching in the chat? I typically almost always am watching, but Dan, who knows? I love a good duck race.
Yes.
But they're crowning the champion of season 1, I believe, tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So somebody let us know in the chat. Greg, I know usually you're a mod over there hanging out. Who is the overall duck champion season 1 that I have to go after for next year?
Very true. Bart says, back and where's the link? Well, Greg has graciously posted the link in the chat. Thank you, Greg. To go back, Michael, High School Creations is Wall XD. Andrew M says, corners. I don't like corn. Bones PhD says, what's up, everyone? Happy to see y'all back. Thank you. Thank you very much. And Gnome 842 says, glad you're back. Still want that Falcon print, too. Falcon print. Oh, yes. Got you. Yes. Everything go out tomorrow. You have to think about, like, Falcon. Who's Falcon? I was like, I forgot the Falcon head for G.I. Joe. Oh, Jamie just won, Greg said.
Wow, there it is. First champion books. And I'd be remiss if Dante, you had mentioned you were thanking the people who had you on. I also wanted to thank Toy Migos, Jurassic Jesse, and Cheney, and the whole crew over there had me on for a week as well during our off period. So I hung out on the Tuesday night show for Chat Migos. And again, great group of guys over there, very supportive, and nice to talk with them on the air. Some West Coast collectors from out there. And Lago. I remember Lago Land. I got to go to Lago Land for a day. So
yes. Oh, that's right. We were on with Matthew talking about Zolocon. I forgot about that. We were on with him. Yeah, so it was it's a lot.
Considering we were off, we weren't off that often, especially you. But it was a lot of fun. Again, just we all kind of get into our own little sub communities. It's nice when we can have these dare I call them crossover episodes where we can all chat it up and bring our two groups of people, which a lot of people watch everything. They watch a lot of all the videos, but it's just nice to get people together and just chat it up. But like I said, now we're home and it's nice.
Yeah. And thanks to Pack Photos and Dom Chicharro hanging with me on WrestleMania weekend. It was great having fun. We had a good time. So we'll hit Pack Photos back on here. Kevin just joined, says, Tony Round says, hello there. What's going on, Kevin? How you doing?
Hey, Kevin.
Bart says, how many times do you make the Z hand symbol as Zolocon? 0. 0 times. All right, so without further ado, we will welcome our guest, LegitBricks. Very nice young man, first time being on here with us. So we'll bring him on and we'll say hello. Give a hearty welcome to LegitBricks. How you doing?
Yeah, well, since it's an honor to come here, so let's have fun, shall we?
Yes, let's have fun. Great to have you on. Thank you for joining us tonight. So a couple things before we get to know a little bit more about you, Justin. We're gonna go over some news of the week real quick. So let me bring that up here.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, hi, Bart. Yeah. Oh, wow, this is so cool. All of these. Wow. Hey, Bart. Nice to meet you.
So the first piece of news is the future Star Wars projects will span all eras now. The first era they're talking about is the let me see, let me bring this up because it looks like the Old Republic, the High Republic, Fall of the Jedi, Reign of the Empire, Age of Rebellion, the New Republic, and Rise of the First Order. So we're going to start seeing some of those movies dropping in. And will direct Star Wars film culminating the events of the Mandoverse. So probably looking at after Jedi, Return of Jedi during that time.
If there's anybody, Dante, that knows Star Wars, it's Dave Filoni. I mean, the fact that he's going to do a movie is amazing.
You know,
Yeah,
these
well,
the Star Wars series, there's a Korean actor starring there.
Oh, is there?
You know Squid Game, right?
I'm sorry.
Do you know Squid Game?
Yeah.
Because one actor who started Squid Game is going to star in Star Wars, Star
Yeah.
Wars franchise.
Oh, nice.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, so,
and good for him.
so
He did a great job on that show.
yeah,
Yeah.
all Koreans are counting on Star Wars just because of him, actually. Yep, that's what's
Very
happening.
awesome. That's good to hear because I do love Squid Games. I can't wait for season 2.
Mm-hmm.
But this sounds good. With starring like expanding the Mandoverse. At that point, because I think Mandoverse like that goes to what is it? Is after Return of the Jedi? Yeah, it's after Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
So like right before the New Republic and the First Order. So hopefully we'll get to see a little bit of those characters in between. Hopefully some Dash Rendar somewhere sprinkled in.
Yeah, man, that's such an
hoping.
exciting era. I'm admittedly not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I do tend to watch basically all the movies and things, obviously being a nerd that I am. But I never thought I'd be so interested in what was going on, in the past. I always wanted to focus on the future of these franchises. And with what they've done with The Mandalorian and Andor and just about Boba Fett and just so many of these other projects and movies and TV shows, it's even pulled me in that I'm really very much into it now too. So.
Yeah, I'm willing. I'm willing to give a chance to see what happens with it. We do have a super chat from Johnny. Thank you, Johnny. Says just wanted to say I'm glad you all stuck with it. Appreciate you too, Goon Squad. Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate you. Always appreciate you, Johnny. Always hope to see you online too, Johnny. When you gonna play your PS5?
He's a VIP here, isn't he? Always these shows are VIP.
Yeah. Johnny's been here he's been around a long time along with Greg Stryden, Robert.
He deserves to be one.
Yeah. Hey, Dom says Power's back. Real quick, Dom says Power's back. Damn construction guys knocked it out by accident. The New Yorkers, what are they doing over there?
Go out there and knock them out, right? Yeah. Yes. Fist throwing a little bit.
Second update was James Mangold will direct Star Wars film about the first Jedi, described as a biblical adventure. Now I'm not sure about all that. Like you can talk about like doing like the first Jedi, like who the first Jedi would be, or who is, but you ain't gotta make it like a biblical adventure. Just make it a movie. Just you ain't gotta
like Adam of the Jedi's.
You're right. Yeah, you ain't got to go that deep with it. Just make a movie.
So basically, like an Adam and Eve for the Jedi's. That sounds so cool.
And you figure, the Force and everything is a very religious, sort of story, obviously. So I'm guessing that they're kind of leaning more in that direction in terms of what was it? Again, this is where my lack of knowledge comes in. Who was the blind guy that was in? Oh God, the one Andor spun off of. About the plans for the Death Star. Oh gosh.
Yeah,
I know. Just don't make this Force count for mutation like the X-Men series. We just don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Very true.
Hi, Happy. Nice to meet you.
Yes, Bart and Liz Stryden says welcome. Happy says welcome, LegitBrick. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Six Pack says, "Can I get an LA night?" Yeah.
LA night. Wow.
Bart says, "Just wait till there's a Wookiee movie with all the grunts and you have to read the whole movie." Oh, good lord. Robert says, "Chimwat Iri Imwe, is that how you pronounce it? Imwe? Imwe?
Sorry. No, I don't speak Chinese either, or that language.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I know who you're talking about.
I think Robert. He's the gentleman that was visually impaired. It's Chua.
Yeah.
He had that very biblical, very emotional connection to the Force. I'm guessing that's kind of how that's going to go there.
Right. Yeah. Happy says, "I got a birthday party to get to. I'll catch the replay this weekend." All right. Well, have fun, sir.
Well, happy birthday to whoever this birthday person is.
Patrick N says, "Yeah." Six Packs and Knickknacks says, yeah. AZ Toy Hunters Guild just got home. We're back. Yes, we are back. We're talking some Star
Yes.
Wars right now.
Donnie Yen.
Uh,
Isn't that from the Rogue One? Donnie Yen, was he in Rogue
Yeah,
One?
it was Donnie Yen. Yeah, Donnie Yen was in the one that Tim was talking about.
Rogue One. Rogue
Yeah,
One. I see.
Rogue One. Thank you.
yeah. Let's see. And then the other part of news is we'll get a movie that is set 15 years after the rise of Skywalker, which will bring back Daisy Ridley's character, Rey. So we'll probably see more of her going forward. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about it. How do you guys feel?
What do you think, Justin?
He's from like the prequels are my favorite actually too, to be honest. I have seen other movies too, but
Mhm.
still nothing can beat the second movie, Attack of the Clones. That's just my favorite. I even saw like the
There you go.
seventh. I didn't see. Of course, I didn't see the last two movies. Up to episode seven, I still think number two, episode second is the best.
Mhm.
I did see a little bit of Mandalorian, Ahsoka, but still, I just want to see the Professional Kyrian once again. What Ray's going to do and all that lightsabers called battling. That's just so cool.
Yep.
Maybe it's because I watched as a kid, but because kids are just obsessed with lights and colors. But
Yeah.
somehow that memory is so struck strong on me, so that's how I know. And still, my favorite is still Attack of the Clones.
Nice.
I,
Yeah,
I
I don't
can't.
know. I'll tell you this much, Dante. At least the 617 Ray figures that still sit at all the Aldi stores here on the East Coast might now be relevant again, and maybe they'll stop collecting dust and people will buy them for $4. But kidding aside, I just I don't know. Obviously, that entire trilogy very divisive for multiple reasons. You know what? The other thing too is I've heard this said. Who even knows if all these movies are going to get made? Look how many times they've canceled Star Wars movies in the last 5 years and changed projects and things like that. So I guess time
Yeah,
will tell. Let's see.
very true.
Well,
Uh,
I just hope things will just go back on track. Like, there are some kind of chaos in Star Wars, but I'm just hoping that's just go back on track because I really am fond of that franchise, but I can see as people now they don't like it anymore, and that's what's so heartbreaking for me. Like, it's not sure to be underrated, but it's being underrated now, and that's the fact here.
yeah. So these movies will be directed by Shermeen Obey Chinoy. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing any of that right.
Can't
And
they
they
just
said
make George
James Man.
Lucas back?
Nah, I George Lucas was off the rails after a while. I don't even know if I want George back.
No.
Um,
Oh,
James Mangold's era of Star Wars will be called Dawn of the Jedi, so he'll be taking looks like taking care of that part of the era. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm not too hyped. Hopefully, if they do bring Ray back on, she's just like a trainer, and there's not much screen time for her. We'll see like new people take over in roles as
basically, I just hope Grogu to be with Ray or something. Like, Grogu being trained by
yeah,
Ray. How do you think of the idea of that?
yeah.
I just
I
want
can
to think,
see
like,
that. Yeah.
can't
Um,
they just make it
and
like
then
Ray train Grogu? And why aren't they doing that? Why just kind of make Grogu go with Luke? And while there's Ray there, and there's leaving Ray from nothing, and that's what's kind of disappointing for me. Like, they can't finally make Grogu and Ray meet, but they aren't even
yeah,
trying to.
well, I think more with Goguru, he's going to be hanging with more of the Mandalorian than anything because he wasn't really like wanting to train as a Jedi. He more wanted to hang with
Yeah.
Mando. So I don't see that happening
Good
as a
point.
possibility. He maybe later on, but
Yeah, I mean later
yeah,
on,
I
of
can see it.
course, like when Din Djarin's all gone and something, and like he's the only one left.
All right.
I think
Also
he
not up
lives
here is
longer
Ashoka.
than Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what else.
Other thing also too that's not up here is a Ahsoka trailer dropped today, so go check that out. It looks pretty decent. There's a couple callbacks to Star Wars Rebels characters that are showing up. We got a sneak peek at Thrawn as well. So definitely, I would say go take a look at it. Let's see real quick here in the comments. We got trying to find with Ray, but we need a goddamn plan. Six Pack says 146 LED lights. Johnny
LED.
says I
Wow.
want. Johnny says I want them to properly explore Finn's force sensitivity and the defective stormtroopers, which they cut out from the bad editing and fanfic quality writing. If they're going sequel world, yeah.
Say that again. You
I
can't
doubt
say
it.
that again. Yep.
I don't know if they'll bring Finn back. That's the only thing.
Uh, maybe
Um,
just
Shrine
they
says
sent
please.
Finn to land of Ooh or something. Like, you know, you know what I'm talking
It'll
about.
probably take a lot of money for him to come back. It'll take a lot of money for him to show up again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shrine says, please keep J.J. Abrams away from the franchise. We definitely will. Hey, it's Trevor, 1-6 shooter. What's going on, Trevor? How you doing? High School Creations, Mike. We were just talking about you. I was telling everybody to go to Wall XD Kickstarter and go back it because you're giving out free corners and ends. I'm down for it, sir. I'm down for it. I'm trying to get them corners, sir. I'm trying to get my free stuff, sir. I'm already back. I'm already in, but I'm trying to get the free stuff too. Bone says, I'm happy for one more Ray in the universe. I'm happy for more Ray in the universe. Knowing how excited my niece is for the returns makes it even more interesting to me. And that's fine. Trevor says, yep, I like Ray as a character. And that's not like what they did with all of them in the last movie.
Yeah, poor Ray.
Six Pack's giving us a SmackDown update. Butch becoming Pete. Oh, I knew that was happening. Greg said, if you don't know, the Master Replicas has the Eagle Moss Warehouse stock posting selections from every 2 weeks. This week is including Battlestar Galactica, BSG Galactica. Nice. Robert said the trailer was great. Abnugger says, how's it going, everyone? I'm officially jumping ship to the Infinity Equation because Legends and Liquor's rigged to rich. Bart says, I need a
Wow.
live action Bad Batch movie.
Amen. Oh my
Uh,
gosh. You should go
yeah.
and tell Disney for that. You should suggest that.
Don says, I'm not sure if Finn wants to come back. Greg says, welcome to the Ragtag Rinky Dink Podcast app. Patrick says, Tim Nitro. Dom says, I want to wall.
They some insider baseball on that one. Six Packs and Pat are campaigning hard for me to order the WCW Nitro ring set, the crowdfunder. So they've been sending me the Nitro logo about 300 times today. So they're working.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about that tonight too. Dom says, I won a wall last night on Toying Around. Thanks, Mike. Yay, you won a wall. Man, yo, Dom be winning everything. He wins everything. I need to start like have him choose my lottery numbers for me.
Is he eating all? So he must be eating everything now. Like eat all.
I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Maybe you
It's
could help me out here, Justin. I don't
it's
know.
무실 느끼는 붕장군. So I'll tell her how she came here later. Anyway, she's one of
Okay.
the co-influencers of where I am operating.
Okay.
So yeah. The character
But
spotlight.
she says,
Hello.
yeah. Wow, so famous LegitBrick's influencer for Lego. Hey. And then it says Lego hurry. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. And then Grace says Wall XD is up to 47.9 thousand so far. Keep it going, no matter what high school creations. Congrats on the funding. Yes, definitely. You know what, Mike, you did a great job. I'm super happy for you. I'm glad this got backed. I'm glad you passed the funding goal on the Kickstarter. So definitely, like all congrats go to you, sir. You deserve it. You have worked hard for this. You're awesome. You did it. Vera Price says, yay, my boy Justin, not nervous.
Thank you, Vera. Thank you, Vera.
See, your friends are coming out for you. They out here supporting you, Justin. They out here supporting you.
Yeah, it's an honor. It's an honor. Well, I guess
Let's see.
things are going to go well. Thanks for
Right,
the
so
support, everyone. I appreciate that.
There you go. Yeah, we support everybody here. Like we support.
That's the best part here.
docket is my Superman teaser trailer was revealed to I think it was yesterday or Wednesday. Uh, but it's a new show. It's going to be Adult Swim. That's going to be called My Adventures with Superman. Superman will be voiced by Quaid from The Boys. Alice Lee Sahid will be on. There's some that you on YouTube. I don't know if you guys,
I'm really lagging right now
if you have heard about it, what's your thoughts? I'm sorry, what did you say, Justin?
because I was asking if I'm the only one lagging here because you just lagged a little bit.
A little bit. Yep, a little bit. Let me go
Oh,
back and
sorry.
check.
Maybe there were
Asking,
problems. Yeah, there were problems.
What do you think,
But that
Chuck?
doesn't mean so. Yeah.
shouldn't be
What
breaking.
do you think about Superman, Justin?
Well, he's just my childhood favorite, and I did well. To be honest, now I prefer Green Lantern more, but like I did a couple years earlier. No, Superman was still my favorite, like for a while because I know it was the first superhero I got in as a kid, and always there's this saying that this world only remembers the first. So that's what's a Superman for me too. Like, but yeah, well, he's a very modern character until that kind of Injustice game that kind of changed all the plot. So I gotta blame Justice Gotham for kind of letting Superman go down to the list and Green Lantern going up to first. But still, he's a badass and he's a masterpiece, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Honestly,
agree with
Dante,
you.
until I saw the show notes, I didn't know this was a thing. What intrigues me is it's Adult Swim. Does that mean we're going to
Yeah.
get more adult-oriented content with this, or what?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to be. How's this going to go? I'm very interested in seeing how it does. It's just like you said, like it's weird for it to be on Adult Swim. To have this show on there. Usually, you think they would just put on HBO Max as to build up their library, but to be on Adult Swim on I don't know, maybe they're trying out something different at Warner Brothers. So who knows what's going on over there at this point?
I mean, hearing
This
that,
could be under a new direction of.
I say, hearing that's on Adult Swim makes me like. First thing I pictured was like Superman punching through somebody's chest, or something ridiculous, like a darker. Which I doubt they'll go dark with him necessarily, but
Right. But this looks like it's like fun.
Mm.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I think it's your preference, but I prefer
All right.
Superman live action
So go
shows and
ahead and take.
animations. It's just my preferences. I just like from online because this Man of Steel suit. I think that's my favorite Superman suit ever. It was created,
Mhm.
and from the
Okay.
50s until now, I prefer the Man of Steel suit the best.
Gotcha. Yeah, I do like the Man Still suit. It was pretty good. All right, Justin. So let's go ahead and talk with you. Get to know a little bit more about you.
Okay.
So Justin, what got you into like Legos, and what made you start doing like toy photography with them?
It all started until I was in grade 11. So basically now I am in the fourth year university, but if you just go back in time to high school around grade 11, there was some person who made like a stop motion animation with Lego. But basically I kind of like doing this creating stuff, and that stop motion got into me. So basically, I started with some stop motion animations, but somehow I couldn't have much equipment, because high school students they don't have much money, so I couldn't really like invest on equipment, so they were like crap. But relatively compared to stop motion animations, the photography works are a bit easier and require less equipment or something. So as time passed, I kind of changed myself as a photographer, which was much easier to do, and it's a lower budget. It fit better, so yeah, so that's how I started all the photography issues after kind of changing myself from animations to photography, and that's just all the beginning started there.
Nice. I'm bringing
Yep,
up some of your work here to share. I know you just posted the Moon
okay,
Knight, which I'm a big fan of Moon Knight. I like Moon Knight.
yep.
So in this case, like, what? is there any certain favorite characters you have out of the Legos that you've gotten so far?
Well, basically, there's a lot of Lego characters I like, but it was that Moon Knight thingy. It's actually not like released properly in Lego, so that's like a version from Firestar Toys. Hope you guys know that. So
Okay.
basically, it's a custom printed one by Firestar Toys, and I made the Moon Knight. And I gotta say that recently I gotta change my project ideas, and if you see the background with this moon thing, it's actually generated from Midjourney. It's AI generated. So I just
Mhm.
asked Midjourney to say anything cool with the moon, and then just to put this moonlight here. So I think it really fit well. Midjourney did a good job making the background, and then I added the moonlight on there with some lightings and edited some clouds, and that's how it was born. But so for now, if I take photos, I use AI generated images, but it's not been a while. Like it hasn't been much since I started using AI. So I'm uploading the ones without AI first because I tend to upload everything in the chronological order that's taken. So that's something to notice.
Gotcha.
And this is not AI generated though.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have like any favorite ones out of the ones like any favorite Lego pieces that you have? Like that's like this is my most favorite one, or is there one that you like say
Casa
like
de Papel.
I will? I'm sorry.
Well, to be honest, like that's La Casa de Papel actually, and there's a story behind this minifigures. These aren't actually made released properly. But fun thing is, I know somewhere who can do custom printed services making, and I designed all that designs of these like Casa de Papel minifigures, and I just asked them to print it on the Lego piece, and that's it. So those minifigures you're just showing now are created by me,
Okay.
Wow, very
Oh,
cool.
nice.
and
That's very
yeah,
well done.
so I know La Casa de Papel is over now, but still, I just with all the process I put in effort in making it, I think that's one of I do care a lot about these characters, but what I care about the most is, like there's something up there next to me. I can't see the camera, but I'm a very big DC fan, so I kind of put separately all the DC minifigures I like, and I put it on the wall.
Mhm.
And there's like 30 collections of DC minifigures right next to me, and those are actually my favorite. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we got a DC
Oh,
fan.
this one,
I appreciate it.
yeah, I'm a DC fan. I love it.
That's very cool.
And
So,
this one,
sorry, technical
yeah,
question for you. So, um, what editing software do you use, and what sort of camera are you using?
I'm using a Canon EOS M6 mirrorless, and I use Photoshop.
Cool.
Sometimes Lightroom.
Okay.
Hey,
Nice.
well, I gotta say this one. Oh, can you put the photo back again if the Aquaman? Is there something I'll
Yep.
say about that? So this was taken literally immersing everything in water.
Oh wow.
So this, yeah, I just immersed everything in water, and you remember that Korean person who just said like the Lego influencer thingy?
Yeah.
Actually, that person's from a metaverse from Ifland, so I'm operating as an official influencer there. And this water immersing idea was kind of created to broadcast what I was doing on that platform, and everyone liked it. So basically, this was created thanks to Ifland.
Yeah,
I got
it's
some
very
comments
well
today.
done.
It
I
is.
would never know
Yeah.
you immersed this in water until you told me. I thought this would like it was like a filter effect.
Of course, but there's seaweed, literal seaweed. In Korea we do eat seaweed actually, and so I just took it from the kitchen, placed it in. Mom was so happy.
But so how long have you been taking these photos and been like an influencer for Lego?
Well, my photography started from like June 4th, 2019, and I applied for the influencer program at like maybe November 2021. So after I got accepted as an influencer, so I kind of sped up with all the process and it really improved a lot, and a lot of people like these photos. So that's why I'm continuing this influencer work even till now. And you know, in Ifland, there's this program called If Entertainment, which kind of like there are some popular influencers, and they kind of made a group, and then they wanted to make a clan, so they called it If Entertainment. And I kind of applied for the If Entertainment like acceptance program, and they saw my Lego photos, and they said you're in. So that's why I became another group. So it became like a bohemian club among all the influencers, and I'm so proud to be in there.
That's awesome, man.
Okay.
Congratulations on
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Yes. Congrats.
So another AI generated image saw.
Okay.
So
So,
this one's also created the background of Journey too.
uh,
Yeah, well, I use
uh,
the Journey a lot these days.
no, it's fine. I mean, it whatever you can do to convey the effect of what you're trying to take the
Yep.
picture of is it works. So I mean, even if you're using like an AI generated background, and as long as you're trying, like, it fits what you're trying to do to convey what you're trying to get across in the picture. Hey, more power to you, sir. More power to you.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Uh, so with this influence, do they offer, like, with that program? Do they like send you Legos to like say, hey, take the pictures of them, or do you just like you still have to go out and buy them and say and then do the picture itself?
Um, well, the Legos are up to me, but still, I can get some support from the committee of how I do. So they kind of support me like indirectly. Like they don't really send real Legos, but still they kind of promote my sessions every time and make it more popular. That's what they do.
Okay.
But later, I think they'll kind of make more updates and add like some other things I could get, like for like YouTube, they can give you money if you have any subscribers or something. So if Land is preparing something similar to that one too. So I'm just crossing my fingers and I hope that comes out soon.
Nice.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
Yep.
Hey. King Blackbolt
Uh,
says never had Legos, but I stepped on them a lot. Johnny
hmm.
says I remember when Lego started
Well,
acquiring IPs.
well,
I
Lego
remember
is
when.
also known as like a mine without explosion. It is a mine, they just don't explode.
Yeah. Johnny says I
So never
remember
heard
when
Lego
Lego
before.
started. I remember when Lego started acquiring IPs to make sets from. I was sad that they switched to flesh tones instead of the traditional yellow Lego person. I didn't know they even switched over to flesh tones.
To be honest, I prefer the change because the yellow thing. When I saw your flesh tones and compared to the yellow pieces, I think the flesh, like all the different skin color tones, they make you more better to kind of make a scene.
Okay.
If because it was all Lego, somehow I just can't relate well. But since they have different skin colors now, I think it looks as more variety to the minifigures and even more to photography I do. So I'm with Lego for that.
Man, you've gotten a lot. You do have a lot of Legos here, and you got a lot of pictures, which is very
Yeah.
awesome and they're very well done.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
you're one of the very few people that I see do pictures with Legos. So there's not a lot of folks I've seen do a lot of toy
Yeah,
photography with Legos because I know they're a
yeah.
little bit harder to
We are
get
an absolute
into different
minority.
positions.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's very true. With
We're the
that being
minority, the
said,
minority. Sure.
do you feel like there's certain like is there a Lego figure that has not or you want to get like custom made or has not been made that you want to have to do like a picture of?
Well, funny thing is, I think it was like years ago in the Lego community, I kind of made a poll of saying, any minifigure characters from Marvel DC you want to make into Lego and give a few lists. And basically, Heimdall had the really highest votes, and so I was supposing Lego will make Heimdall one day. Like, because I like the Wong, but from Doctor Strange, but eventually there were no Heimdall released, and Heimdall's not dead. So we'll never get a chance to see
Okay.
Heimdall again. And why can't they make Heimdall? I doubt it. And why do I hate it so much? It's like another goat. Oh my god. 'Cause, the story of Lego goats. Like Lego had made a goat, released a goat like 2011, but that's it. They didn't release another goat anymore. So one goat price is like $60 to $70 in minimum. That's what.
Oh
So,
wow.
and why can't they make Heimdall? And why there's a Black Adam? Like those two. I mean, and also like all the Shazam families. Like they should do better than that, and they're nothing. Nothing's there.
Yeah,
And it's not like they're dealing with like
very true.
actor likeness rights or anything. It's not like with Marvel Legends
Right.
or other 6-inch lines where you're having to pay to basically have photoreal imagery of somebody's actual face that's an actual actor. Here it's a Lego head, so it's like it's I guess the licensing thing with the character. But yeah, that's crazy. We think a character like that's a major character would have had a figure by now.
Well, I don't think it's been a license because other characters from Marvel, DC, Star Wars, just keep coming on, but there are some who just don't. Black Adam in the JSA, like the Shazam family, Heimdall, like they have license all to make
Mhm.
Marvel and DC. I'm sure of that as far as I know. Why aren't they releasing that? That's just my problem here.
I
So I
think
just
more it's
yeah.
to the effect of like there's not really anything that's really like you have to make a set to go with those figures. So like with Shazam family, it would probably be like a city set, which I don't know, like that would really sell. Like, hey, it's not like it was like Spider-Man and the Daily Bugle where you're building something that's iconic
Uh,
from like that Spider-Man line. You would have to have something that's iconic. So maybe like the Rock of Eternity, maybe that could work for the Shazam family. That could be something that works with it. Um, Asgard would work, but how big
yeah.
of a set would that
Why
be?
aren't they doing that? Like, and also stop making more Batman. We have enough Batman now.
Well, he's in the movies.
A man after my own heart.
Like, I don't hate Batman, but they're making too much Batman. I want more characters and a
Yes,
ton of
thank
her
you.
Batman. Oh my gosh. Oh, and Greg just asked, are there any crowdfunding sets that fans have created that we want to see again? But I'm sorry, I'm not a Lego builder. I'm more a photographer, so I don't really see much stories of crowdfunding sets. I'm sorry about that.
I'll throw a little bit of shade at Lego. Only because you brought up the movie sets for the MCU. Stop spoiling movies with your Legos. I feel like
Yeah, that's
Oh
true.
yeah, I know what you mean.
there's
And
always a
oh
Lego.
yeah,
Like
well,
it's always a Lego
yeah,
set that
well,
spoils things.
and they make
Yeah.
the MCU every movie, and then DC. Um, after Aquaman, there's nothing based on any DCEU film, and they just keep using Batman, 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 Batman. Come on.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm
I
with you.
think
I'm with you.
they should
I'm
be
tired
other
of Todd
countries
McFarlane doing that.
like they did a good job in 2018. Like they released this Firestorm or other countries didn't see well, and and maybe it was like the DCC miniatures were made. They did a good job until then, but that was it. Nothing new was introduced after then, and process like and Firestorm, Reverse Flash, they just soared so high. I gotta thank God that
Yeah.
I could get it early enough and was lazy enough to buy it late. So
Sorry
that's
for
uh,
the fourth member of the team here tonight popping in, but he doesn't like to be away for too long. I hear him crying in the other room, so I felt bad. So Justin, this is Bruno. Bruno, this is Justin. He's our friend of the channel now.
yes, he is.
is that a
It's,
dog or a
It's a
cat?
Chihuahua, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Very
sure.
little buddy.
Oh, well, frankly, I have dog trauma, but still, that one looks sweet.
He's
Yeah.
he's nice. He's very small, as you can tell. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well,
he's our little Infinity Equation mascot at this point.
He's like,
mascot. That's nice, everyone.
yes, he Bruno's awesome, but we don't talk about Bruno.
If that was yellow, you can say you could include of Mickey Mouse. If that was yellow,
That would be awesome. Yeah, if he was fully like yellow. Mm. Dom says, I only have one Lego set right now, the Seinfeld apartment. I have it on display in my office. Johnny says the beauty of Lego photography is stylized to in context to the Lego aesthetic. Realistic hero proportion action figure photography can sometimes tread into uncanny valley grounds if not done well, which is very true. Hey, what's going on, Art? How you doing? Ratface44, what's going on? Says Art G says, welcome, Justin. Let's
thank you.
see.
And Greg, thank you for confirming again. Like they just like Batman again. Can't they make something
Yeah,
else? Come on. Why are there more Batman? Like I'm
exactly.
sick of
Johnny
Batman now, to be honest.
Johnny says Tidy Mac is a major shareholder at Lego. I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
I was actually going to
uh,
say that. I was going to say, wait until we get the McFarlane DC Multiverse 6-inch Lego style Batman.
oh my goodness, they don't move; they're just statues.
uh, that that's a bad idea.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. That is a bad idea. We don't want that. Don't give Tommy
Yeah,
Farley no ideas. They're bad
yeah. Of course,
ideas.
you don't want that. Yep, you don't want them.
No. Okay, goodness. So Justin, with these pieces, do you ever use like like the sets that they come with to take the photography, or you just kind of do like your own setup with it? Like I see this one where you have
Well,
them outside. Do you ever use the background, like the sets that they come with to take photos of them?
I don't really use sets background. I just prefer to use like a real background or on live as a scene, or at least a mid-journey generated background. So I don't really like using Lego bricks and Lego makers together because I want something new. Like I want them blend in with something realistic. So I don't really use
Mhm.
Lego buildings as a background. But some people don't like that, but some people do. So it's just based on the case, but I prefer without.
Okay, I was just curious 'cause I see like everything's more like you try to make everything a little bit more realistic, but I was
It's
curious
okay.
because if you had ever tried like just use the backgrounds that come with like the sets that come with the figures.
No, I just prefer doing something that could blend with realistic stuff.
Gotcha. That's fine. Yeah. Uh, man, these are the more I go through these, the more I'm more amazed by them because it's just I said this this is not something you see like in like toy photography at all.
Now, so
In a corner, right? It's just a different. It has
yeah,
its own
so
corner, and it's just nice to
they
see
do,
them.
of course.
Yeah.
Basically, as I was
Like how
engaged
you're like
with
you
people on Instagram, yeah, well, I sometimes do that too. Like, they go to photographers. I do that sometimes, but recently I haven't done it. But anyway, I kind of got a lot of inspirations ideas with other non-Lego photographers, and I ended up
okay.
doing is using Lego, taking a style which is not like in a not Lego photography, so I kind of mix everything. But I think it turns out better. That turned out better.
Yeah,
It's
it
my
does. I think it
preferences.
does turn out better. Like this one here with the anti monitor. I really like this one.
Yep. Yeah.
And now is that a statue of anti? Is that a statue of the anti monitor?
No, that it is statue. It is statue. I got it from
Okay.
eBay,
There
and
you go.
so that's just what I did.
And this the Monkey King.
Yeah, some would call it is.
Very nice. Like
Well,
yeah, like you.
yeah.
I
Sometimes I
think
kind of
you built
like.
your.
Yeah, I just
I'm
take a
sorry. Go
lot of
ahead.
stories from other places. Like
Oh,
well,
okay.
usually I just make the superheroes only, but sometimes I have some complaints saying you got something else. It's like some people are saying like, why don't you do something Korean traditional? And I was like, actually, at the beginning I was so skeptical about it because I didn't expect people actually knowing to like it and enjoy it. But then after watching all the K-drama syndromes going global and viral worldwide, I kind of was trying to make something Korean at the first time, and I was also surprised to see like a lot of people liking that. So I kind of make these Korean traditionals occasionally too.
Very cool. Justin,
Gotcha.
question for you, sir. Can you provide some insight for our community members here? What a time scale for a shot would look like for you? So from like pre-production setup, your materials, actually getting set up for the shot, and then all your post-production editing, putting in special effects. How long does it take you to typically make a picture like this for Instagram?
I gotta say it depends every time because, well, sometimes I could just finish in 20 minutes, but sometimes it takes like days. So it depends on every time. But I think if I narrow it to the average, I think around like 2 or 3 hours for a photo. Because how I do is I just take a lot of photos at once and edit it at the same, like edit like after like every time at the same, ending it up, ending of some. Yeah, that's what I do. So I just take 5 photos, 5 different scenes, and edit it all at once. And it ends in like 3 to 4 hours basically. Unless if I have to do other stuff like extra work or something. And really Johnny's saying cutting out the Lego face to get posing. Yeah, well, what I do is I just kind of disassemble my legs and arms. I can do that and use some sticky tape on it and tape it. And then I can Photoshop to erase the tape marks. And that's why I just do the arm posing. That's just a secret.
Okay.
That's great. That's
There you
awesome.
go.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's super awesome. Uh, so Justin, I thank you for hanging with us. I appreciate you going over all your photo here, your work that you've done.
Obviously,
This is
I
amazing.
just want to emphasize, did you say Ukrainian for thing here? Like, you just showing us scene with the Ukrainian photos on. I just want to talk something about that.
Sure. I'm sorry. Which photo?
The one with the Ukrainian flag on it. I just because there's this reason I kind of took that photo, and there's a
Oh, sure.
interesting story about the Ukrainian one. So can you show that for the last
Yeah.
time? Okay. The one with the Ukrainian flag you can see over there,
Which photo?
right below Katana. The Ukrainian one, right below Katana.
Uh, let's see.
The one with the Ukrainian flag you can see there over
Up
there.
or
Like
down?
it's above the poop shirt and below Katana next to Joro. Right side Joro.
Okay. Let's see.
I just want there's a message I want to deliver there. I wish everyone could know that with the Ukrainian flag on it. I think you should go down.
And while Dante's pulling that up, I did want to throw this out there really quick too. So my brain right away goes to the toy shows that we have here in the States.
Yeah.
And we said at these shows, there's so many figures and things to see. I always notice the Lego booths because I think to myself, how long it must take those booth owners at those booths to set up all those individual Lego little guys on their table. So that's the first thing I thought
Yeah.
of. Like that's just the amount of time to get everything set up, and I can't imagine you travel with those, on that piece, on that plastic. So it's crazy.
Well, basically, for me, I have kind of built myself as like a mini background floor sets. I can do that. And speaking of this Ukrainian flag, actually, I took this in front of the Ukraine embassy of my country. So and this was a moment
Okay.
like after maybe like a month after the war broke. So I went to the embassy and took this photo to convey a message. But basically, before this, I was kind of skeptical of making something political or some political related issues. But because I just want everyone to enjoy. And until I was posting here, I was wondering if there could be anyone unhappy. But as I was like seeing the news of how this was going on, I thought it was what's more important is there was like peaceful earth, like the peace in the world. So I decided to upload this,
Yeah.
and guess what? There were some reporters contacting me about this photo, and yeah,
Oh,
so I
really?
think it is listed. Yeah, it is listed on some article in Korea. I know that,
Oh, okay.
and
Oh, wow.
also that person took the photo with me, and because basically this was actually a team project from Airchain. It's a Korean team again, Korean community,
Mhm.
and so we did a team project, and when I was shooting here, and then someone was asked me to interview me, and then when I uploaded this again, they contacted me again, and I did some further interviews, and that's how I got in some news article here, and it was an honor for me actually.
That's
Let's
awesome.
just hope we're
Congrats on
yeah,
that.
because
I
I'm
like the
always
message
with
that you convey.
peace. Yeah,
I like the message that
and
you're
I was thinking
conveying as well with it.
yeah, of course. I should. Well, that's what RJ should do because I got inspired. Sometimes in America, like or other parts too, and if there's something tragic happening in your country, there's always artists kind of gathering. They make something to like, support them for charity purposes or anything else. So I thought I should do the same this time. So that's why that this one. So um, I'm not sure. And the one thing that started about this is because like this is right behind the door of the Ukraine embassy, so I had to
Mhm.
kind of be an obstacle
Oh,
for
okay.
other like people kind of entering the embassy, but still, I think they'll like it. And
Right. Not very well done.
also, I
Very.
put in the sign that this Ukrainian thing, and I know I cannot trust Google Translate. There are no ChatGPT at the moment, so I just went for tandem and contacted any random Ukrainian person saying, "How to say restart Ukrainian in your language?" So, and I got the phrase and just put in the photo. Just to show my love and to the world of what should be injustice, and not injustice. So
Gotcha.
I just
No,
hope the world's a better place. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I think that's a sentiment that we all kind of want, like just a better
yeah.
place, like you know. But I, I mean, if more of this was around, it probably would be. But I love this message that goes with this picture. I love the picture itself. This is it's very moving. It's very touching. I,
You can see the
there's,
minifigures are wearing the clothes of the Ukrainian flag
yeah,
collection.
Yeah, this is nice detail, and I'm glad, you know, it was put in the newspaper so more people could see it and have an article to go with it to,
Mhm.
I guess, learn a little bit more of, get a more understanding of what was going on over there.
Yeah,
But that's awesome. That's very awesome.
yeah. So I think this is also what artists should do. Support for major events for the better as
Yeah,
artists.
definitely. Uh, Justin, thank you so much.
Yeah.
This was awesome.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
glad you came
That
with
was
us.
nice for me too. Yep.
Thank you,
I
sir.
know you got I know you got to go in probably a little bit, but I did want to thank you for coming on here and hang with us. We appreciate you uh, for talking with us about your photos, about your work. I hope you keep
Yeah.
it up. I hope to see more of it. So
Absolutely.
keep keep putting that good work out there.
Yeah, of course I should.
And then
It's now
hey,
like a as a tool of self-realization, I think now Lego is nothing more than it means more than just a toy for me. It's like a tool for self-realization for me. That's
yeah,
what it means now.
a-
Beyond
and
just
as
toys.
yeah, I mean, and as other collectors, as collectors here, as and our viewers are collectors, and we feel the same way. Like you feel about your Legos, that's how we feel about the figures figures that we collect. We feel the same way. So I mean, there's that always that mutual feeling that we all feel like when we have that new
Yeah.
toy in our hand that makes us feel good, and
Yeah.
we appreciate you like sharing that with us. And man, we got a new friend. And I'm sorry, you say you're from Korea, correct? I want to make I want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm from South Korea, yes. And
South
thank you,
Korea.
Bart. You're welcome.
So we got a new friend in South Korea, folks. Go give legit bricks underscore a follow on Instagram. Good guy, as you can see here, gave you some great information, does some great work, just wants the best for everybody, as we all do. So
And clearly,
awesome, awesome.
your passion for Legos, your passion for your collecting, your passion for the community clearly comes out in both your work and the way, obviously, you presented yourself tonight. So, we're honored to have had you on here tonight. Thank you for sharing a part of the collecting community, with our viewers that maybe now will open up their eyes. When I'm walking through a toy show or walking through a toy aisle at Target or Walmart, I'm looking more closely at those Legos now because of this conversation. I'll tell you that.
Exactly.
Uh, well, Lego should thank me and hire me someday.
Hopefully they will. Yeah, you never know. You keep putting out good work out there, you get noticed. That's the main thing. Just gotta keep putting out the work. Yeah, keep putting
Welcome,
the work
Bones.
into it. And
There's some
but
signs
I
for me.
definitely I can see you get noticed.
Yep.
Yeah. Bart says thank you, Justin. Great stuff. Bones PhD
Oh,
says thank you for sharing, Justin. Gave me a new view on Lego.
yeah, well, Lego,
Very
as Lego
awesome.
said, everything is possible, everything is awesome, just like Lego.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah, that one.
Everything is hold you up too much longer and being on the show tonight. Well, tonight for us, morning for you.
Yeah, it's more for me. Like it's only 10 a.m. here. Sun's up. High in the
All right, so I'll
sky.
let you go.
Yeah, it was nice
All right,
honor
sir. Well, I'll
talking
let
to
you
you and
go.
everyone else. Yeah, thank you. It was a nice honor for
Oops.
me and whoever's on this YouTube live. So it was nice to have a conversation with you guys, even on those who are viewing live. So maybe next
Yes.
time I could come again and talk more if
Yeah,
we could.
definitely. Yeah, you're more than welcome back. Come again, sir. You are more than welcome
Amen.
back.
Okay, so bye everyone, and hope we can see you next time. I gotta go
All
now.
right.
See you,
Have a
Justin.
good.
Take care, buddy.
See you.
You guys
Have a good
rock.
one.
You guys rock.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right.
You too,
Yep,
man.
you guys rock.
All right. See you.
Bye.
Fun.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you, Justin. That was great. It was a good time. It was great having Justin on, and we all made a new friend.
Yeah. And again, it's always important to realize. Obviously, I say a lot on my channel. I'm trying to stay in my lane when it comes to buying things, because things cost a lot of money. But it is important as well to realize that this whole toy community, toy collecting. There's absolutely little corners and subgenres, and we all have our little things. So it's really cool to talk with collectors of things that I personally don't really pay much attention to. And as I said, now I'm that much more likely to be walking through the Lego aisle and go, hey, there's that Thanos set, or that's pretty cool, or here's the Black Adam, not Black Adam, Shazam set that Justin wanted. They finally made it. So like, it's just nice talking to other collectors and broadening the horizons a little bit regarding the toy community, getting out there and just talking and mixing up with other people that collect.
Exactly, and halfway across the country. That's that. We're reaching people, like we're reaching folks halfway across the country, making new friends in other lands. This is awesome. All right, I just really want to talk to y'all about my new addiction now.
Don't you start. Do not pull me into this rabbit hole.
Oh, come on, Tim. You want to come on down to the
I got
Marvel.
You talking about cards. I got them.
Yes, we're talking about these cards. Yo, these are awesome. They're expensive, but it's a great little thing to have. Yeah, this is the Avengers 2022 Fleer Ultra Avengers set. Not going to open up the packs. I don't have no packs to open up now. If you want to go see what I opened up, and I'll probably do a quick video, like YouTube short on these of what I've have so far. But I opened up some packs with Art G and T3 Collects. Yo, we had a good time on Monday, so go check out Art G's channel and check out his hunts, and don't forget to check out Disavowed's hunts as well too. But yeah, these cards are awesome. I went down the rabbit hole, and this is all because of Art G. This is all his fault.
He's good at
this
that,
is
man.
All his fault.
He pulls you in, like he gets you, and he's like, I picked this up today, and you're like, son of a bitch, I need that now.
Exactly. Yo, the funny part about it is, like, when I told him how many packs about, he's like, oh shit, I gotta go get some.
It pulls you in. It's a friggin' rabbit hole. Like, I'm staring at my AEW cards right now over here. Like, it gets you. Dante, what do the packs look like, sir? Are they numbered? Is there like a bio for each?
So I can show, because I still have the boxes here. So this is what the box looks like. This is the box they come in. This is what it looks like. Now you can find these at your Target. You can find these at your Walmart. You can order them, I think, off of Walmart.com as well. But you can also, there's a Target sold out right now on their website. But yeah, you can definitely grab these off of Upper Deck as well. If you get them from Target, if you can find them at Target, they're $30. If you get them off of Upper Deck or Walmart's website, they're $35.
How many packs and how many cards per pack in a box?
You get 3 packs, 6 cards per pack.
18 cards per box, right? Is that the right math?
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, basically. But the reason why you're paying so much is because of the thickness of the card. Let me grab another card to show you.
Yeah, that's like a canvas card for AEW, basically.
Wow. Yeah, so this is the thickness of the regular cards. This is like a special card here, right on this side. So this is like one of their Ultra Star cards. This is War Machine. That is one from that I pulled. And then this is one of their like basic cards that you can get.
Can you hold up? Can you show us the reverse side of the card, the back side?
Yeah.
Some they're numbered, and this was like a bio with everybody. Okay, origins, powers.
So yeah, so there are different so what they're called is parallels. So where this silver is that you see, it's different parallel colors. I forget all the parallel colors. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, so there's different parallel colors. So the highest one you can pull is like an orange one, and this will be orange. And then an orange one, it'll be numbered right here. You'll have a number. Okay. But yeah, these have been my new addiction, thanks to RG. And then he showed me another set today that's going to be probably my new addiction come my next paycheck. So thanks, Art. Thanks.
Now, you said they're actually branded Fleer Ultra. Is that correct?
Yes, they are. Yeah, they're branded 22 Fleer Ultra Avengers. So,
and that's right. That's right in the slot. That's right in the slot because that's that. I mean, as kids, I remember having the Fleer Ultra Marvel cards. Obviously, they weren't that thick, Dante, but like, man, they're cool looking.
Yeah. How many are in this? Like, Bart, you mean like how many all together in the set? Because I can't tell you. That is like, it's so many different off branches of like different cards in the set. It's ridiculous. I wish I could. I wish Art wasn't working nice. I could bring one here so you can explain how many like the sets on here. So, all right. So there's so many subsets. So let me see. There's a first appearance subset. No, sorry. There's a base sale subset. There's a Silver Age subset. There's a Erskine spinoff subset. There's a First Appearance subset. There's an Artist Spotlight subset. There's a Greatest Battle subset. There's a chess subset. There's medallion subsets. There's jambalaya subsets. There's Universe Power Supreme subsets. There's Ultra Power subsets. There's die cut subsets. There's Ultra Star subsets. Yeah, so there's a ton of subsets. So I couldn't tell you how many cards are in the whole thing. I think base it's like 100 or 110 cards. I think just for like the base sets of cards. Other than that, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Now, storage question, Dante. With those being thicker cards, can you buy the sheet pockets that accommodate for that thicker card, or what?
So it's funny that you mentioned that because I went to my comic book store today to see if I could get some sleeves for them, and they said the penny sleeves might work. So I haven't put them in there as of yet. But when I do, I will let everybody know if those penny sleeves will work. Art's here. If Art's still here, he can tell you as well too. He has some of his in sleeves as well.
Gotcha. That's the biggest thing is obviously, finding a way to store. If it's a typical card, you can just put them in the sheets and a binder. When it's thicker, even the AEW, to make a comparison, all the subsets they have, they do have the thicker canvas cards and things like that as well, artifact cards. And I actually, honestly, haven't tried to put them in sleeves because typically I'll leave those out and put them in a separate location. But dang that.
Yeah, so this is a Silver Age appearance of Namor. That's a subset right there. You got the Artist Spotlight subsets.
Well, that's cool.
This is David Finch. Then you have a set where it actually has like the piece of the comic cut out in the card with the price of they actually put the change in there for the price of that comic. So if it's 15 cents, they'll actually have 15 cents in the card.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a set where it's an artist sign card, but it's like a orange variant. I think it's an orange or red variant, but it's of like the base card, but it's a signed autograph card.
Okay.
So that's why I said I couldn't tell you how many are in these, the whole overall, because there's so many subsets. It's ridiculous.
Gotcha. I remember your frustration. I was watching, not the whole episode, but I watched, at least portions of each of the card breaks. And I know T3 Collects and Art were pulling some pretty fancy cards. And I remember you being pretty ticked off. You're like, what the heck? Why aren't I pulling those?
So I did. T3 said I won at the end because of what I pulled. I pulled a White Queen, which is like 1 out of 540 to pull.
Oh wow! Okay.
Let's see. I'll show you some of the wild subsets here. So, and then there's one so there's this one which is like a full there's a puzzle one that you put together.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
These two are part of a puzzle. Like I said, this is like some of the Ultra Stars that you get in there. There's another set. There's another couple. I forget the name of it. That Art pulled that I don't have as of yet. Let's see. And this is so this is what I was saying. This is a orange one.
Oh, that's so nice.
Artist.
The comic book covers on there are so cool. That's awesome.
And then you see in the corner, it has the number of it. So it like I said, it gets wild. It's but then you also have these Erskine spinoff ones.
Oh, that's a card right there. Oh, that's Super Soldier Steve Rogers, right?
Yeah.
That's Secret Event, not Secret Avengers.
Yeah, it was Secret Avengers.
Yeah, okay. I had a poster by me. Okay, Secret Avengers. Yeah.
And then Heroes Reborn.
Nice. Oh, Heroes Reborn. We should do a whole episode about that one day.
Oh goodness. No hands and feet. Liefeld.
That Century.
Yeah. This is the Mighty Avengers one.
Oh wow, that's so. Oh yeah, Tiger there. Yeah, okay. Remember reading that run? Yep, that was a Hickman run, I think. Jonathan Hickman, or not Hickman. Bendis. Brian Michael Bendis.
Is it? Let's see.
I think it was Brian Michael Bendis ran. I think it was during Secret Invasion, actually.
Yeah.
Adventures.
Yeah. So yeah, it's wild. It go once you get in, you're in. There's no getting out. Like you're in for the long haul. That's it.
You're in it. Yeah, and to me, like again, it's again like, everything's nostalgia. You know, it pulls us in. Things that remind us from when we were kids. But again, to me, like as a comic collector, it's so cool seeing those covers reproduced. So like,
Yeah.
like a Secret Invasion card, and for wrestling, it's like having like a pay-per-view card. Like, oh, this moment in time of wrestling. Like, it's just it takes me back to reading the comic book, the card. It just all intersects and hits that nostalgia button that it makes you interested in that particular product.
So these are the chess piece cards. So this is the queen. That's 1 in 540. Or 530.
Oh wow!
Then you have like your pawns.
You know what? I take exception to the fact that Winter Soldier's a pawn. By the way, just saying.
It's what like I've seen a lot of people. A lot of people have pulled pawns. Like it's maddening how many pawns are in like some of these in this set. Like how many people pull. But let's see.
Are the pawns? So the way the chess pieces are designed, do they correlate with the like power set of that character? So like Winter Soldier's a cool dude, he got a robot arm, but he's not going to be fighting the Sentry successfully. Like, so is it like for power?
It's just it's just like on chessboard. They're just characters on each piece.
Okay. All right.
So once you get certain, to like you'll have like characters for all the pawns on the board. You have characters for the bishops, the knights, the king, and the queens. The hardest ones to get are the kings and the queens because you have to be like probably buy like a good 40 or 50 boxes to
Which
get
makes
that.
sense. So basically they're more associated with the value of the chess piece equivalent to how hard it is to find. So king and queen, most important chess pieces for the most part. You have to protect those in the game. They're harder to find. Okay, I got you. I follow.
Yeah. And this is their medallions. So this is just one of them. But these can also come in like a gold color as well. So that, which makes it even harder. Then you have your first appearances. So this is like one of them right here. We're Iron Lad. And they come in different parallel colors as well.
Hang on to that one, man. If we see Iron Lad pop up in the MCU. Sorry.
We'll see. Let's see. Real quick, got some comments here. I missed a lot of comments. Johnny says, we're going to open the packs? No, not tonight. Bart says, that was different and enjoyable. Now I can go to South Korea. I have a couch to sleep on. I don't know. We'll see. Greg says, the Art G and Dante addiction, insane cards. Yes, it is our addiction now. Then we got T3 collectibles. Then we got Toy Father joining us now. He just bought some packs, so I'm waiting to see what he opens up and gets. Yo, we're just bringing everybody into the fold. Come on.
That's how the AEW cards went. It was the same. All of us were like, "Oh, I guess I'm not going to get it." Then I'll get a box. I'll get 2 boxes. I'll get 3 boxes. It's infectious. When your friends start getting them, it's infectious.
Exactly. Johnny says, I've been enjoying watching you and Kevin from Toying Around open Pokemon packs. Yeah, Kevin's been into those Pokemon packs. He's been opening them up like a lot. Stratton says, good God, no, not the Marvel cards. Keep them away. Oh, you want them, Stratton. He says, the temptation is starting. Come on, Stratton. Come on. You want to open up some cards with us. 13 Prince says, those cards look great. Any room in that rabbit hole? Yes. Come on, 13 Prince. Yes, we got room for you. Come on in. It's like a big old jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Bart says they make some awesome looking AOA cards. You in? If they are great looking cards, yes, I will be in.
Somebody record this in case he deletes this episode later. We want that.
I'm not saying. Now, just saying, like these cards have some decent art, but not all the art's great on them. I would say, but it's all original art on each of these cards. So just so you know, it's nothing's recycled. Grace says the Marvel cards of the 90s were better because they didn't pull a gotcha rarity crap on us. True. That is true. Johnny says Dante looks like a girthy card.
You know what? To that last point, though, Dante, and again, this is just me hypothesizing here. You know, back in that era, cards were huge. Cards were freaking huge. And nowadays, although I know during the pandemic, cards had a real big resurgence in collecting, I feel as if you do need more of an incentive to get people to keep buying more boxes. So, I agree that they didn't do that sort of thing back then. Other than that wonderful piece of rock hard chewing gum you get with Topps cards that I always love to break my teeth on, but paying for it now later in life. But yeah, so maybe that's why they need to pull in the collectors more because there's not as many people buying the cards as they used to.
Yeah, it is true. Like these cards, I see why they're a little bit more expensive because of the card stock that they're using. It is a thicker card stock, but also like the special cards, like the Ultra Stars, are on a thinner card as well too.
Mhm.
So it's it's like a give and take. Like the special cards are sometimes on thinner cards, or like a film, or like an animation cell. So those are like on thinner, like the regular thin cards.
Okay.
All the other ones are on a thick card stock. And I can kind of see why, because if you pull a card that has like the comic, like a strip of the comic and the price of it in there, yeah, you're gonna need a thicker card stock to have that change on there, like to put the change in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Um, Bart says, "Dang, so if I want to buy an already completed set, I'm looking at $1,000. At this point, if you just want to complete the basic set, you probably wouldn't be looking at $1,000. You're probably be looking at probably like 200 to 300 if you just want a basic set."
And probably to that point too, I know Art had mentioned to me with AEW with the 2022 cards. I think he had gone on Mercari and bought a base set. So again, I know the fun part is breaking the cards and opening them and seeing what you get, and the investment there. But if you were to check out on like an eBay or Mercari, you might be able to get a base set for less than what it might cost to actually try to acquire all those by buying the boxes. And I get that that takes some of the fun out of it, but at the end of the day, if you're trying to be a little bit more thrifty and you just want that base set, that's probably maybe the way you want to go to have that in your collection too.
Exactly. Robert says, "Just give Dante the first appearance of AOA and he'll be solid." Oh my goodness, on this AOA. Bart says that War Machine was freaking sweet. Do you have the Doctor Strange? No, I haven't. I don't think I've gotten Doctor Strange as of yet. That's one card I haven't got out of like the basic set. I'm waiting to get him. It was funny, like the first time we were opening up cards, I was opening cards for RG. I pulled a Spider-Man out of my last pack. I was excited. Well, I actually pulled two Spider-Mans. I pulled like a regular Spider-Man and I think a first appearance Spider-Man. So no, it's a Silver Age Spider-Man. Yeah, but I'm super excited. I was like, yo, I'm done. But we're going to trade because I have some duplicates already. Like a pile of, like, so this is my pile of duplicates already. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead and trade your Art because he's got duplicates that I need. I got duplicates he needs. So
And
like,
people watching, that's how to do it. They're trading cards. That's the point. You were meant to trade them with your friends. So like that's the whole point of it. Don't go chucking your doubles in the trash can, which nobody would do, of course. But like talk to your friends, or again, go online, watch YouTube videos, or I don't use like Reddit or anything, but I'm sure there's different, communities on Facebook and things too, where you could talk to people. Hey, I need this, I need that, I have this, I have that. You swap them back and forth, and you also save money that way too.
Yeah. Greg says, Dante, did you know card collecting is addiction and requires interventions for rarity rabbit hole seekers? I don't have an addiction, and if I have a problem, I can stop anytime I want. Thank you, sir. It just he says, "Oh man, rabbit hole." He's like, I log in. Dante's pushing the crack. Always pushing something. What's going on? Justin collects. Hello. He says. Greg says, Venger, you better call a sponsor to keep you from buying those cards. I'm your sponsor. Keep buying, Venger. Keep buying. Johnny says, Dante, I've been flipping through my 90s cards and binders a couple of nights ago. Why is looking at these images and cards so satisfying? You think I'd rather just flip through the art book? It is. Like when you flip, like when you have them like in a binder, they look great. Especially when they had the old school puzzles, like you had to put together, it was like 2 or 3 puzzles in like set. Like, yo, it just looks great put together. If some of these I may not do that with this set. But I think the other set that me and Art were talking about, I looked at some of those cards. I watched somebody on YouTube pull some of those cards. Those actually like look like the more modern day art. Like they're taken from the modern comics. So, and they're like, actually, yeah, they are taken from modern comics because most of them look like most recent comics that came out within the last 2 or 3 years.
Nice.
And the art looks directly like it's just pulled from the comics. I don't know if it's like new art for them or it's just like copied art into it.
Mm-hmm. Some of the more fun stuff I found, like, tucked away in my collecting boxes or whatever, are any of the older cards that were put in with the Wizard World magazines.
Yeah, I
So
still
like
have mine.
uncut cards or like random promotional card. Like it's just fun. You see it, triggers the memory.
There was a time, I don't know if you remember, Tim, when Wizard World came to Philly, when it was still Wizard World, I should say, they were giving out the uncut sheets of the X-Men Marvel cards.
Oof, no, I missed that one. That's awesome.
Yeah, they would just hand them out like water because I got like 2 or 3 of them. Just like, here, take them. I was like, cool.
That's
All right.
way, man. That's...
But yeah, they were just like uncut sheets of Marvel cards. It was like, yeah. It was like the big thing at that time because it had like Archangel, Executioner on there. I think Strife. It was like the one. I forget which series it was. It was like the ones that had the X on them.
Okay.
And they were like coming out of the gold X. I think it was like a gold X, if I remember correctly.
I'll have to go through my stack. I'm sure somewhere I have some thrown. It's just so many years of cards, but again, it triggers the memory when you see it. That's the fun part with any of this stuff, really.
Let's see. Greg says Ant-Man is totally worth it being a pawn, but not a Winter Soldier. He should be a knight or a rook. I forget who knight or rooks are. It's weird. They just label. They put different. So each set has their own heroes and villains set. So heroes have their own side and the villains have their side. But I don't know. Johnny says, Greg says, Johnny, but those 90 cards are art books. Most of them have absolutely awesome artists drawing them all in a single style. That is true. These are in a different style. Like I said, some of the artwork's great. Some of the artwork's like, eh. So I'm not saying like all the cards are like knocked out of the park great. But some look like they're, how can I put it? Like, some look like great masterpiece cards. But some it's just like, what happened? Like, who drew this? Like, I don't know. So like, I'm not a big Squirrel Girl fan, but this looks freaking fantastic.
I agree. And again, like it's so the artistic rendering is so awesome looking. That does look incredible.
Yeah. This is from Ray Lago. Lago. Ray Lago. Yeah, Ray Lago. Maybe it might have been Lago Fix who drew that. I don't know that. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I go.
13 Prince says these cards are trading cards like the 90s Marvel cards, right? And not card games like MTG, etc. Right? Yeah, that's true.
There's Dante, you're doing what I knew was going to happen. And I know you're not doing it on purpose, but they look cool. They're pulling me in.
Do it. Come join us, Tim. NJ Tree, what's going on? Says, hey. Johnny says Jim Lee X-Men Series 1 and Joe Jusko Marvel Masterpieces are 2 sets I'm fondest of. Very nice. Greg says that Squirrel Girl looks like it's from the old Masterpiece set. That's what some of these do look like. They look like they're from old school Masterpiece sets. But like I said, some art's great, some art's you kind of question it. Robert says, is there any Deadpool cards in that set? That's a good question. I don't know.
It's Avengers, right?
Yes, there may be, because it's weird. It's like there's characters you wouldn't assume as Avengers. Like they have Purple Man in here. Havoc was an Avenger. They got Spider Woman was Maria Hill. I don't really consider her an Avenger, but she's in this set. And it's like there's one like where's that? Do I have it? No, that's not. Oh, here it is. Yeah, there's a character called Trick Shot. Didn't know this was Clint Barton's brother.
He has a figure coming out, right? Trick Shot.
Trick Shot? No, I didn't know.
It's not Trick Shot. I thought there was another similar archer. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and this dude's named Barney Barton. Calls me a Barney Rubble at this point.
Barney Rubble.
Or Barney, or as Art said, Barney, what was it? T3 or Art said Barney Gumble.
Barney, okay. I saw the Barney Gumble popping up, and I was okay. That makes more sense. Okay, now I get the reference. Okay,
I know that one. Greg said Tim is itching. Bone says I just need the Kamala Khan card from that set if she's in it. She is in this set, I think. I remember seeing. I'm thinking of Miss America. I think it might be Kamala Khan in this. It's weird. So here. I have to find it. When I find the link, there's a link that could tell you like what's all in the set, and when you look at it, you're just like, I don't know if I should do this, but then you start getting the cards in your hand. You're like, I'm going to keep doing this.
What happens, man?
I'm going to keep doing this.
You're going through Walmart or Target. You got your basket. You got your groceries in there. You know, whatever you need that day, and you happen to walk past that card aisle and go, "Huh? I wonder."
Exactly. All right, so we'll jump into this real quick. We know this is another thing that we're trying to get Tim to buy, so come on, Tim, and buy this. We already missed out. We missed out on Hogan, but it's the crowdfunding WWE Ultimate Edition Monday Nitro entrance ring. If it'll come up here, there we go. Sometime this year, there we go. To webs, there we go. It's $400. If they get to 5,000 backers, it's Ultimate Rey Mysterio. 7,000 is Diamond Dallas Page. 9,000 is Scott Steiner. 11,000 is Ultimate Edition Ultimate Warrior. Now, I want the 9,000 so I can get the Scott Steiner, so I can do Scott Steiner math. So I need you. Need you all to back this to 9,000.
It looks great.
Look, 44% chance of getting this backed.
It looks great. I would point people to, I mentioned them earlier in our conversation. Check out Toy Anxiety podcast. They did a really great interview recently with Ryan Ting. He went on their show talking about WCW wrestling in general, and they focused the conversation around this piece. And it was a lot of great insight, obviously, brought to the conversation regarding how crowdfunding works, you know, how tiers can be factored in, a lot of different items, obviously, that are topical with crowdfunding. But overall, it was a great conversation about WCW wrestling, which is a lot of fun to hear. So, yeah, this thing looks great, Dante. I mean, the WCW letters themselves, what was it, 115 LED lights or something like that? Crazy.
Up here. See, height is 20.5 inches. Width is 40 inches. Depth is 20 inches. 31 inches with the ramp. 100 pre-programmed animated sequences controlled by remote. 4 sets of adjustable can lights on different lighting angles. Entrance tunnel features 2 authentic Monday Nitro signs. I don't know if I keep calling it Monday Night Nitro. 2 premium fabric WCW Monday Nitro banners, authentically scaled and textured WCW letter blocks. Realistic metallic coloring grating on stage and ramp. Removal and repositionable entrance ramp. All figures feature 30 points of articulation, additional hands, heads, and entrance, and some of them come with belts too. I know, but since the Hogan early bird, yeah. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, I think if it was like $250, I would be down for it. $400, it's a lot. That's a lot. I understand you can unlock to 4 figures. That's a lot.
Yep. And again, we get into the idea where at the end of the day, as a collector, you have to say, am I willing to pay that amount of money just for the base offering? If you are, then that's great. You know, I'm a WCW guy. I tended to enjoy that more than WWE when I was younger. So, you know, you look at it from that perspective. But again, like, there's no guarantee you're going to hit these different goals. So I'll tell you this, for the amount of money, yeah, it's high, but that's a lot of stuff even without the reach goals. That's a lot of stuff even without those. So I think you're getting value here. Matter of, do you have space to put it in? And is it something that you want or something that you're going to fall into buying because of, like, you know, the room says you have to buy it? So make that decision for yourself.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to me, like space. I don't have space for this. I legitimately don't have space for this.
Yep.
There's nowhere I could find to put this.
Yep. My 2 examples I used earlier.
I love that it has LED lights. Mm.
You know, my examples I said earlier to my friends trying to campaign me to buy it were that I passed on G.I. Joe has the G.I. Joe freaking tank, his tank, for space purposes. And G.I. Joe is much more in my collecting than wrestling, especially if it's WWE. I do more AEW. And on top of that, Six Pack Snacks gifted me for Christmas the AEW like cardboard like background ramp set, or whatever it's called. And the thing is gorgeous, looks amazing. I haven't opened it because I have nowhere to put it. So I can't with this. I can't devote that much space to it. If I'm a wrestling collector, primarily, it's worth it to me. But as being in so many other lines, it's a pass for me just because of that, not because I don't like what they offered here.
Gotcha. No, I understand that. Your boys got toys. Says, what's the articulation like on the card? Like from I shouldn't have said that. It's like yeah, like so. Like, no way. I'm not. That's. But I'm not paying $300 for a blaster box. This is for a hobby box. That's ridiculous. Robert says, I would buy it and part out the figures. I would. That's a good idea. Grace says, oh, Dante, did you watch Loose but Complete Ace Ramen Toys? Talked about about many things, including his He-Man heads that he's offering through his Facebook for the next few days. No, I didn't get a chance to see it yet. Don says something I've seen not really talked about is the stage base is made of like 10 separate squares. You can use it for more than a WCW stage if you're a photographer, which is true. I remember us talking about you're saying like it was separate. You can separate it out. It's different parts, it's different squares. So it does give you a little bit more option with it. He says if it doesn't fund or you need a cheaper option, Extreme Sets has a printable version you can download for like $5 and build it yourself. That's good to know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, it's good. I mean, I don't know. Still just like 28 days left. We'll see where it goes. It's right now it's 37% funded. I thought it'd be at least mostly halfway done at this point.
A good comparison, Dante. And I know we had some lively debates before I was even on the show, I believe, regarding their last project that they did for the ring. And I know throughout the course of that summer, you know, we thought it wouldn't hit its goal and it was lagging. Now they also threw other things in. They threw the Macho Man, the Doink, or whatever it was. So like they threw more in to incentivize people, whereas here they're already showing you what's on the table. But you obviously get that surge at the end with a lot of these. And I haven't heard too much negative blowback about this online. Like maybe I'm just not watching the right things, but you know, in the wrestling collecting community, which is a totally different entity from a lot of other ones, just like Lego, I haven't heard too much negative feedback on this. So I feel like there's a good possibility it gets that late surge to at least get its first goal.
I think it will. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think it will get that late surge on it. Bone says this is easy pass for me, though it might be on the lookout for the DDP if it does fund that far. Don says I think they said this also is a wall mountable, so you can use it as its own shelf. That's cool. Okay. Like I said, like I really only want this for a DDP and Scott Steiner. Like those are only really at besides the entrance stage itself.
I actually was going to dye my beard half blonde tonight. I didn't get to it in time, so I apologize. I was going to go Steiner beard, but I was having Easter with my family today, so I didn't get the blonde beard. But one day.
You have a 65% chance of it being black, but you have a 44% chance of it to just stay white. But you know what? That cuts your chances in half. Then it gives you a 23.5% chance of it just staying neutral blonde.
Steiner math.
Yeah, I love it. I do Steiner math. Exactly. Don says, I think Hogan may not have enticed as many people for early bird because we've already gotten so many Ultimate Hogans. Right. And we're getting more Hogans too. That's, which I can understand that. That didn't entice me at all. Like, the early bird option of Hogan, I'm like, okay, it's Hogan.
Yep, agreed. They really should have thrown. Yeah, that's the big one. I mean, even DDP, like, throw somebody in there that is really going to incentivize people to want it. Again, I go to the Hiss tank. When they put out, was it the Rob Rudat figure, which was going to be on the special card? I think that was the early bird for that tank, and it freaking blew up. I mean, it exploded, and it's all about picking the right thing to go there. But I'm sure there's reasons why they felt they needed to put certain figures at certain things, and I'm not smart enough to figure that stuff out. But yeah, I agree. They may have had a bit of a mess up there.
So this is the thing. If they would have did a Rick Steiner in his wrestling gear, and then Scott Steiner in like their tag team gear, like they both do them in their tag team gear, I think it would have pushed it even more.
Yep.
I think that would be like early bird special is, hey, get Rick Steiner as an early bird special. Then the second or third tier, first or second tier, you'd be like, hey, here's Scott Steiner in the same, ring attire for his brother. So now you have both, you have the full tag team, plus you got them in their attire, like that special, like one-time attire that you'll get with it. That would have made it more, I think, compelling to most people. Yep. Dom saying real quick. Dom saying being these are already prototyped and Walmart is doing a Monday Night Wars program. I could see alternate versions of DDP and Steiner coming anyway. Ring are already also shown. Robert says we need a new Harlem Heat set with a backstage. I already know what you're going with. I know what you're going with that. You can't do that, Rob. You can't do it. Dom says, I think Hogan was the early bird because he's a popular name and is really just a new head. It's cost-effective option for them. True.
Yep.
Real quick, then moving on to, I don't have any pictures of it because it's nothing to have pictures of. So I'll just move this out of the way if I can. No, that's not good.
That's the first time I've seen that line.
Yeah, we'll just do it like this. So Hasbro has gone and said that starting in 2024, they're coming back with plastic packaging. A lot of people are excited and happy. I guess now everybody they got what they wanted. It's I'm happy for those who are happy for the plastic packaging back. Now you can see what's in the box before you buy it.
Go back to inspecting those figgies, right? Inspecting those figgies.
Yeah.
Dante, here's the thing, and I would really love to think this change was made by collectors, because of collectors voicing their opinions, and me opening my freaking boxes in the Target garbage can, or Amazon sending garbage to people's house. But at the end of the day, I feel like more likely than not, this is Walmart and Target and other bigger companies saying like, yo, theft has gotten crazy. This isn't going well. I hope it's because of all the collectors. I really do. But I feel like for something like this to happen, it has to be the power players. It's got to be the companies who reached out and said, yo, this isn't working out. But either way, I'm happy about it.
So who's really who the only group that doesn't care? It's the scalpers, because they're like, either way, plastic or non-plastic, we were still taking the figures either way.
Yeah. Well, I said on Instagram this week, I posted one of my infamous scumbag alerts, which, by the way, Instagram flagged me for saying scumbag, so that's a thing now. But I said earlier, scumbags are gonna scumbag. Scumbags are going to scumbag. So people are still going to steal things, but I think that this does eliminate a lot of things you mentioned, like looking in there, making sure the paint apps are better. Like it presents better for inbox collectors, which I think are people they really alienated. And we beat this horse to death. I won't go on a whole rant here, but people who do buy, just to display in box, those people might have said, I'm out. and they might have realized like that is a section of collectors that we might lose. So lots of pieces with this thing, but ultimately I'm glad they went back to doing it with having it on display. That's the best way I can put it on my
end. Yeah. Let's see. Greg says we need lots of blocks. I'm not sure if saying why or what. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're saying in that one. Greg says we need that inspection option. Too many people have major QC issues, which is understandable. Greg says totally the theft and QC returns. Logic Black says, "What's up, guys? Hope you are doing well. Hope you're doing well too, Logic." Dom said, "Didn't Hasbro say they were making the change because plastic free ended up costing more money?" I haven't been following the story close. I don't know. I don't know if they may have. I kind of just seen like being put out today. Like everybody was, I guess, sharing the same information that was put out. So I don't know for sure if that was the reason why they were switching back to plastic. I mean, so I forget what I was watching, and they were talking about how most of the plastic that comes out is not even recyclable. So it didn't really even matter. Like most of the plastic, they try to, like, you can't recycle it. So I'm just like, okay, so like you have recycling, but you can't recycle the plastic. You cool? I mean,
Right.
that works for
I
me.
think I read something. I didn't see the thing about it costing more for the cardboard, but I thought I read somewhere, probably in their release, which spin that the way you want from Hasbro, is that they're going to be using, I believe it's recycled plastic for the packaging. Like they're trying to say that they're still doing something relative to helping the environment while still also giving collectors what they want. So there's some piece of that in there. I just don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah. Bone says, I also wonder how many QC issues were sent back if it was in the line and when you could see the figure. I know I had more broken figures in the plastic free than I had in 3 years prior. Oh shoot. That is one issue. So I'll say this: I did have an issue with my Jubilee. My Jubilee kind of looked off. Like some of the like the paint on the shoulders did not look great. I will say that. Other than that, I really haven't had too many issues with it. That's the first main issue I had with like the plastic free packaging. But it's not something I could have opened and looked at like in the store. I'm just like, okay, I'm good with this. Logic Blast says the plastic free packaging led to figure swapping and stealing at retail. Well, that was always plastic or non-plastic. That wasn't stopping, folks. Don said, I thought it was more expensive due to increased returns and having to pay for more operations at the factory and packaging the figures. Bart says, if Pulse had boxless option for a slightly cheaper price, I'd be all over that. Yeah. But I mean, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes from there, and how it works out. All right. On here we got some new pre-order. We got some pre-orders that we missed since we've been off. in the world of Mezco, because of Batman '89, and that was man. People are still waiting for their shipment slips, and you got folks who have not received, who ordered Batman in I think February, and then they're saying like, "Oops, sorry, nope, we didn't have any stock. Refunding your money back." It's a little upset. I shouldn't say a little upset. They were very much upset. But they had new pre-order open for Storm Shadow. He looks good. But this is more G.I. Joe I don't need right now. I can't afford all this.
Yep. Well, but there's
I don't
a
know
lot
about you,
out
Tim.
there. I'm very happy. Actually, I was filming a toy hunt today, and they just restocked all the Walmarts locally with the G.I. Joe Classified wave that had Storm Shadow in it, along with Spirit and Freedom and the Covert Officer. And it reminded me how much I really like that G.I. Joe Classified Storm Shadow. Again, I get it. Soft goods, more accessories, better weapons. I get all that, but I'm happy with what I got from Hasbro. So this is just something for me. If you're a Mezco collector and you're very heavy into fig photography, it's worth your investment. I totally get it. Me personally, I wouldn't get much more out of it. I look at my Storm Shadow on my shelf and I'm happy with what I have.
Yeah. The nice thing about this, you do get the interchangeable head. Excuse me, a mask head, I should say. You do get that. That's the nice thing about it. I think with this one, the bow and the quiver are, and how there's sheath on the bow, excuse me, on the quiver itself. It's kind of awesome. I like this.
Yep.
I like how that's like one full piece.
Yep. And with Mezco, you know you're going to get awesome accessories. I referenced my John Constantine. Yes. That thing is friggin' incredible. You get a lot of stuff. So if you don't have the Storm Shadow from G.I. Joe Classified, you're just getting back into G.I. Joe collecting. If that were me in that position, I'd be all over this. The price doesn't matter because you're getting a lot with it. But again, is it something that you already have that's going to supplement something else or not?
Yeah. We'll go through the comments here real quick. Dom says my 89 Batman was supposed to come in today, but got pushed back to Monday. I'm so sorry. Yep. Everybody's been just waiting for that 89 Batman to show up. Mm-hmm. Your boys got toys says seeing people post those emails was painful. Indeed. Did I see Scooby-Doo in there? It was probably like one of those bigger, like weird figures that they have for Scooby-Doo line. Elijah Blash says, bottom line, Hasbro did not want to lose mint and box collectors. Collecting Havoc says that restock happened from Milwaukee to Chicago too. Weird timing on it. Yep. Dom said I pre-ordered this. I like the Hasbro version, but I'm a sucker for G.I. Joe. I had the Super 7 on pre-order too. Man, you're a better man than I am.
I'd add to that. Like if all you collect is G.I. Joe, it's like with wrestling. If all you collect is wrestling, then that crowdfunder is an easy thing you want to get. But if you collect all these other lines, it's like the money and the space comes into the equation. So
the infinity equation.
Oh, he said it. It's like Peter Griffin. They said the name of the movie in the movie.
There it is. There it is.
Clear and present danger.
Yeah. Now I can leave. Bart says, did you get your indie yet? Yes, I have not opened it. I just got it today. I have not opened it up yet. I got a lot of stuff today. I have not sat down and like really went through it. But yeah, Storm Shadow is for pre-order still. Like I said, this one I'll probably be skipping out on. Ghost Spider did go up. Johnny says, Dante says, boom. Dante with the mic drop. Hey, do what I can. Do whatever I can as a Spider can do. We got who as well. You got 4 interchangeable heads. Not bad. To me, I don't know. When they do the Spider-Man characters, they always look like they kind of look like they're wearing pajamas. I just feel like they don't do the Spider-Man characters just.
And I hear that about a lot of the Marvel characters, that it just sometimes doesn't quite look the way it should. It looks more like somebody at a Comic-Con wearing an outfit. Just it's hard to nail it when it's soft goods, to get that material right, the aesthetic right.
Yeah, Wolverine was fine. Bishop was fine. I'm trying to think who else did I get. Yeah, I think those are the only Marvel characters I have from Mexico. But you get some great pieces here. You get some portal, multiverse portal effect, Ghost Spider mask. It can be held. Spider Sense effect. Cell phone, notebook, backpack with storage, and web line. And that's it. I was wondering why it was $105. I was like, that portal effect is making $105. That's what it is.
That's what pushed it up there.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not cost effective for me. Agreed. But if you want it, hey, more, there it is, still open for pre-order. Like I said, I feel like they don't do none of the Spider character justice. Let's see. talk a little about Star Wars already. There's not too much going on. Looks like the Black Series. No, these are not Black Series. Mania, the Vintage Collection Texas Raider Troop Builder Pack went out for pre-order with the Pike Soldiers. Excuse me.
There was a new I would say it wrong. Chrysanthemum figure coming out that's a little bit better than the original.
Black respect on that man's name.
I think that's coming out, so that's good to see that they are putting out a better version of what they put out, last year. People are upset with.
Yeah. Where is it, Jack? Okay, maybe they go to another page by accident. Then we had the pre for the 2-pack Hulk and the 2-pack Doctor Doom and Spectrum. Assuming Captain Marvel as that at the time she was being called. That went up for pre-order. So you can grab those. I think it was what $59.99 for Doom and Captain Marvel, and it was like, was it $69? $49.99. I can't remember.
Okay.
I can't remember. People were reasonably surprised how much they were.
Oh wow, that Grey Hulk's a fun figure. I have the retro set up. Banner looks cool, but again, like it's like I feel like it's just the Reed Richards body with a different head. The Doom Dante, I should have gotten it out and I didn't. The Walgreens exclusive Doctor Doom, infamous Iron Man, when Von Doom was playing Iron Man. I wonder if that's the same head sculpt that you're getting with the Secret Wars Doctor Doom. I would think it probably is, but I don't know for sure.
I don't.
I have it behind me, but he's wearing the Iron Man helmet. He's not wearing the.
No, it's not, because I think it didn't come with like a separate head, did it?
The Walgreens exclusive, yeah, it came with like just like the human head. Because in that comic,
that's right.
Because that was after Secret Wars, so Reed Richards healed his face, coming back out of Secret War. Yep, there it is. So I'm curious if that Walgreens exclusive is the same head, and it's just reuse here, or if they are giving us a different offering.
Oh, your boys got toys says I think that's a new sculpt.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, if it's a new sculpt,
yeah,
is it even better. That makes it much more.
Yeah, Greg says. Yeah, because Greg's saying it's a different head than the Walgreens one.
Perfect. Yeah, I didn't compare them. I just knew there was one. So that's even better. So you're getting something new with this. It's not just reuse that you could swap. So that's cool.
Yeah, so I pre-ordered these. I was excited for. I was more excited for the Hulk 2-pack than the Doctor Doom and Captain Marvel one. Because it's been a long time since we finally got a Bruce Banner figure.
I'm posing this right now. There
Bruce Banner.
The chin hold. Do you have the Grey Hulk in your collection already or no?
Yes,
okay.
I do have the Grey Hulk, but they said this one's a little bit different with the way he's sculpted. There's new pieces on this one that is different from the other Grey Hulk.
Oh, even better then. Okay, good. So you're getting a lot of new with that.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, that works out fine. That's fine. But yeah, I think you get alternate hands, alternate head, and then the old smushed up pipe.
I'm grabbing it right now. Here it is. This was the accessory of that year. The smushed up, the bent pipe.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Every Hulk gets one. You get a Hulk, you get one. You get a Hulk, you get one too.
Great accessory.
And then let's see. Let me check my notes here. You can still order your Cosmic Mythic Legions up as well. They are still up for pre-order, so don't forget to go get those. Quick, Four Feather says, "Quick pop in and say hi, everybody. Sorry to have to run late. Going to have to catch this on the rewind, guys. Well, thank you for popping in.
Hey, sir. Thanks, man. Have a great weekend."
Your Boy Scout Toy says, "Wasn't Walgreens Madrix reuse?" Yeah, I think it might.
You know what, Dante? Here we go. I got right here. I just bought this. Have you ever seen my recent Toy on people? I was at Retro and Rad, which talked about before we got the air. There's that head sculpt from the Madrix right there. So I don't know if it's reuse or not, but I literally had it sitting right in front of me because I just finally bought Multiple Man Loose. So yeah, there's that head sculpt I'm talking about.
Yeah, that head sculpt I think looked like almost like Peter. It was like almost like a Peter Parker head. Almost, it looked close to it.
Yeah, you know what? It does look very Peter Parker. I still know if it's the same one or not with the Doom. Good point though.
Yeah. Don says I got the Hulk 2-pack. I was thinking about selling off Hulk, and I like his clothes match. I like his clothes match better. Match banner. Yeah, that's also I do like that.
Yeah, that's a nice touch. Obviously, some good thought went into that, making sure that that's the case.
Yeah. Grace says, reminder, All My Legends Kickstarter ends tonight. It is funded. Yes. Congratulations, All My Legends, for getting funded. If you haven't checked it out, please go check it out. Greg, if you can post that in the chat for me to the Kickstarter, that'd be great. So please go check that out. And then before we get out of here, we're gonna start something new. We're gonna do some highlights of some people, some folks you should be. My first, real quick, it's Geek Effect. He's been out there. He's been on Toying Around channels, great photography, talking about toys as well. I just got turned on to him. I just found out about him, and I was liking the stuff that he was doing, and he's doing pretty well. Like pictures, he's doing great pictures. So definitely give him a follow on Instagram. It's Geek Effect. Tim.
Well, being that people who watch my stuff at This About Action Figures know I'm primarily a toy hunter, I thought it'd be appropriate to mention an awesome toy store I was at recently in the New Cumberland area here in Pennsylvania called Retro and Rad. We recently did a new episode on my channel we're calling Store Tours. We're going to tour different toy stores here in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, the tri-state area. And I've been to Retro and Rad before. Kelly, the owner, is freaking awesome. She's really cool, very well versed in toys. She has the brick and mortar store. There is an Instagram page, Retro and Rad. I do have all of her information at my most recent toy hunt that went up yesterday at Just About Action Figures. But sick stuff, Dante. Things I've never seen in person. She had a complete Eternia with the box for $2,500. I mean, just so much awesome older stuff, newer legends. I mentioned I picked up the Multiple Man finally for my X-Men shelf. But yeah, check out Retro and Rad. Kelly's awesome. And again, people often will say, why would you highlight a Pennsylvania brick and mortar if I live in a different state? Well, because they have an online presence. So again, just Google Retro and Rad here in Pennsylvania. She has a Mercari page, an eBay page. She has a website. They have different satellite stores in Pennsylvania. So check her out. Awesome person to talk to. Very generous with her time doing an interview with us over on my channel. And just if you're looking for it and it's a retro, we're talking video games, we're talking movies, we're talking everything that's a retro and rad. So check them out. Good people, awesome product. And my toy hunt can show the store off if you want to check that out as well.
Nice. Awesome. So there you go. Brick and mortar store you can go check out. And then a new photographer, a toy photographer, an online presence for the Geek Effect. Bart says, Tim, if you come up to Pittsburgh, there are two shops there that are credible, like 5 minutes away from me, D&E Collectibles, and the other one is Pop Culture Comics.
Nice.
Yeah. Had to go to make a trip up to Pittsburgh.
I've been to Pittsburgh once. It was for a wedding, and it was way before I got back into collecting action figures. I was maybe doing comic books at the time. I was early 20s. So I drove near it when I was out in Girard, Ohio for Toylanta last summer. It's about 4.5 hours for me to get to Pittsburgh. But I do want to get back out there. There's a lot of great locations. Maybe go out there when they're having a toy show, obviously. So yeah, anytime I'm in a city further away from home, it's great to know we have viewers and watchers of our channel that I can reach out to and say, hey, like, first of all, I want to meet you in person. That's awesome. Secondly, what are some cool stores that are local? So yeah, very, very awesome to know that. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Bart says, I know both. I know the owners of both. Incredible owners. Made to go check it out myself. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show. Appreciate y'all coming back and hanging with us. Again, we want to say thank you to LegitBrick, Justin, for hanging with us and being our guest tonight. Super awesome guy. I hope he keeps up the great work that he's doing. Other than that, we will be back next week, next Friday, same bat time, same bat channel. Other than that, hope you all have a great weekend, and we will see you on the flip side.
Hey guys, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, put a comment down below. It helps the channel more than you could ever know. It really does. But again, we appreciate you being here with us. We're very excited to be back. Dante, dude, so much fun talking toys with you, man. I missed it. So I'm so happy we're getting back to the weekly stuff, sir. It's always good spending time with you, man.
Thank you. You too. Yeah.
And thank you to our awesome guests as well, like you mentioned. Echo your sentiments.
Yeah. It feels good to be back. Because I was nervous and I was like, Dad, do I still know?
The blood, I got in a flow where I was kind of used to this. And coming back, the adrenaline's going a little more again, a little bit excited, nervous it might go wrong. So yeah, it's great being back. And again, it's everybody out there who does celebrate Happy Easter, Happy Good Friday, or if you're just relaxing, having some time off, possibly from work, with your family. Time is short. Enjoy time with your friends and family as much as you can on weekends like this, whatever reason it might be for.
Definitely. Oh, I forgot about the Wayne show tomorrow. I will not be there because I'm going to see the Mario movie tomorrow.
Ooh, let me know what it is. Alyssa wants to see it, so we're probably going to check it out at some point.
Yeah, from what I've heard, everybody who's seen it already said it was great. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's a great movie. I was like, okay.
Let me know your opinion.
Yes, I definitely will. We'll say that for next Friday. It was Mario Madness. All right, folks. We'll see you next week. Y'all stay safe. Have a great weekend. If you're going to the Wayne Toy Show tomorrow, say hi to Dom. Say hi to D Blake. Say hi to, I think RG's going too. I think Art's going. Yeah. Maybe you may see NJ Tree. He's the tallest guy there. You can't miss him. All right, y'all. Oh yes, and I will be on with shoot, daggone, I forgot that quick. I'll be on with Ted Darklaw someday.
He's a busy man. Dante is a busy guy.
Yo,
take some time.
Told you my mind is shot. Yo, like everything goes by in like a full on blur anymore. Like, yo, my mind is done. Hella Dope Toys. I'll be on with Hella Dope Toys on Sunday. So please join us at 9:00 on over there. I will be hanging with those fine gentlemen over there. So, Shrine says Mario is great.
Good.
No, but it's not Cars in the Brain. I forget stuff anymore. It's like, it's done. But thank you, Ted. Thank you. He's a great show, guys. Welcome back. All right, folks. We will see you next week. Be safe.